So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to import a video file into Pro Tools. Now it's important to note that Pro Tools 12 no longer supports .mov or .m4a files at this time, so if you have those, you'll have to convert them. So I've done that for you here with an mxf file, which Pro Tools will accept. We'll say opened. Now it gives you some options. You could opt to have the video start at the start of the session, but for this particular exercise we are going to use spot, and we'll say OK. So this will allow me to enter minutes and seconds, or if we switch the scale, bars and beats, or time code, depending on what we're working with. I'm going to leave it in minutes and seconds. Now I would like this video to start at exactly 5 seconds, so I'm going to type that in and say OK. So it imports the video and puts it at exactly 5 seconds. Now these are several clips I obtained from Pixabay, which are royalty free and fair usage, so I can use them. Alright, so now let's make some tracks. My particular samples are in stereo, so I will make stereo tracks, and I will make 2 of them for now. Okay. Also, with importing video, you're going to have this screen open. If this screen goes away and you want it back, go to Window and click on Video. All right. Now we could use the standard modes like slip mode to pull in our sound effects, like so. Or I could go to spot mode. And again, it will ask, where do you want this to start? So if I want the sound to start exactly on the picture, I would just type it in and it would start right at the picture. But sometimes you may notice that the sound starts before the image comes on screen. That's called a J-cut. That happens fairly often. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to start the sound just a little bit before the picture. I'm going to say at 4 seconds. Okay, so I'm going to cut off our whooshing sound just before our hand washing starts. I'm going to switch back into slip mode. All right, and then I'm going to fade it in and out to make it a little better. And then I'm going to have a sound for the hand washing. And again, I'm going to have that start just a little bit before the hand washing video clip starts. Again, that's called the J cut. I'm going to lower the volume just a little bit here. Okay, and that seems to work pretty nicely, and I'll put a little bit of a fade there. Okay, and then we have our video of the knight chasing the virus. I may not want the water to go away altogether at that point, so maybe I will just take it down in volume, because I'm suggesting that the hand washing chases away the germs or the virus in this case. And then our hand washing comes back, so we'll bring that audio back up. Okay, and then you would put footsteps for the night running and the caricature of the virus running as well. So be creative with this. Also, I'm just going to label my sound effects tracks to keep track of them. And then I might also color code it because you'll also have music and dialogue that goes along with this. So if I wanted to change the color of my sound effects, let's say I'll use a yellow for my sound effects. I would just double click here and select my color. Now let's say now we want to add some music. I'll make another track for music. And let's say I want to name all my music components red. Move this up here. Take this down in volume a little bit. So my music is just something I created in GarageBand on my phone. And if you go to the Apple website, the beats and loops used in a particular composition in GarageBand are fair usage, but no, they discourage selling individual loops. But the usage of it is otherwise fair use if you're using it in a composition. So this is just something I spun off in GarageBand on my phone and airdropped it to my computer. It does deliver it as an .m4a, so I did convert it to a WAV file with iMovie, so I could import it into Pro Tools. Let's see what this sounds like. And then you'll add more sound effects that go along with the picture. And that's how we import a movie into Pro Tools and work with sound for picture.